Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Professor Reynolds and this is baby Professor Reynolds. um, Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is something that is totally different from what you are seeing, when it comes to, you know, people trying to give business and tax advice. They want to give you, all kinds of tax tips, tax advice, business advice, but a lot of it is myths. A lot of it, I just wouldn't recommend myself, one as a CPA, as a tax advisor, or as a business owner. So I am here to bring you the game, okay? But first, before I do any of that, I'm going to break you off with a testimony. So every video, I start with a personal testimony about, what God has done for me, how, good he has been to me and my family. So, and, people don't usually do that, right? you know, um, I just decided, you know, before I say anything about business advice or tax advice, I want to tell you how good God is. So he can bless you, bless me. He's too good, okay? God definitely spoils us. He spoils us so much to where we expect to wake up in the morning. We expect a paycheck next week. We expect food on the table. And then we don't even give him the praise for it. So I'm giving my testimony. I hope my testimony will bring you some kind of peace, encouragement, guidance. So my testimony today is, how can I say this? Well, okay, let me just go go into it. So I remember at my old church home, a deacon, he had gave a sermon on what was it was Saint John, the blind man who Jesus had walked past, and he spat on the ground and made clay and rubbed the clay on the blind man's eyes, and the blind man received his sight. But the people around, they were so confused, like, is this the blind man? Is this he, or is this? And people were so confused. I think it's he. Like, I think it's him. It looked like him. But that blind man was like, I am he. So I have a I am she testimony, okay? And what I mean is, I am she who God has kept, who God has shielded from, just hurt, bitterness. He shielded me from demonic spirits that could have been terrorizing me all my life. He continues to provide for me. So I am she who God keeps, provides, and shields and preserves. That's what he has done for me, my heart, my mind, my soul. He has preserved me. And because the reason why I say that is because some of the things that I've been through, especially as a child, a lot of people aren't here today to say that they got through that. A lot of people have committed suicide because of things that has happened to them as a child. So, as a child, I was, molested And molestation is more common than we think. It really is. And we need to talk about it, because a lot of people hold it in, and by them holding it in, it's building, anger, bitterness, and they go through this throughout their lives. So I'm giving my testimony. Like, I was one of them individuals. I was a child that was taken advantage of. I was a child who was molested. But God preserved me. He preserved my heart. He preserved my mind and my soul, because never did I feel any kind of hate or bitterness or disgust towards myself. Never did I feel any kind of negative spirit because of what had happened to me as a child. And all I could say is because of the prayers of my mother and my grandmother. Because of their prayers and praying in Jesus' name and anointing me and my brother, as kids, because of their prayers, I don't suffer from those demonic spirits. I don't suffer from hate in my heart. The person that did that to me, I do not hate them. I don't have any bitterness. I don't blame anybody. I don't blame my parents. I don't feel disgust. I don't feel unwanted. And a lot of people feel those ways, that way or those ways, from going through similar things that I've been through. But I just thank God that I never felt that way. Even to this day, I never suffered from those spirits. God preserved me. And it wasn't nothing that I did. It wasn't nothing that my mother did besides their prayers. It was all God preserving my soul and my spirit and my heart, preserving me to move forward. Trusting in Him, working for Him, doing His will. So He preserved me so I could carry out His will. I told Him, whatever you want me to do, God, I will do. Whatever you want me to say, I will say. Wherever you want me to be, I will be. Because if it wasn't for Him preserving me, I would definitely either be out in the streets, strung out on drugs, or dead. And I know that for a fact. So, I want people to know that it's never too late. It's never too late to ask God to preserve you, to make you whole. Everybody didn't grow up with a praying mother or a praying grandmother, but it's never too late to pray for yourself. Never too late. If you are going through any kind of bitterness or hate or anything like that, just give it to God. Give it to Jesus. That's all I can tell you, baby. That's all I can tell you, because only He can heal you. Only He can make you whole. No one else, nothing on this world can make you feel at peace. Nothing can give you joy but Him. So it's never too late. It's never too late to get into the Word. I just bought my own personal Bible in 2020. I think the pandemic done messed with my mind. I don't know what year it is no more. But I just started reading the Bible, for myself, getting into His Word, learning His Word, knowing His Word, so that as I go out through my day, I have God's Word and His promises to stand on. So it's never too late. Never too late to start praying for yourself. Never too late to be made whole. So, like I said, if you are suffering from demonic spirits because of something that happened in your past, give it to God. Lay it all down to Him. Give it to Him. That's the only way you're going to feel better. The only way. I just thank God that I had a praying grandmother and I was preserved. Like I never experienced those feelings. And I thank God for that. I really do. So that's my I am she testimony. So going into some business tips, okay? Because, again, I am a professor. I'm an accounting professor at Wayne State University. I am also a certified public accountant. I love accounting. Accounting has been my passion since I was 14. And that's a long time ago. What else? I'm a tax advisor. I have my own CPA practice. So when I see, I just had a burger and I'm kind of like burping and I'm pregnant. So when I see like Instagram influencers just giving like terrible advice to people who don't know any better, I'm like, okay, I know you giving this advice so you can get likes and views and followers, and hopefully you will sell a product. But come on now, I don't care how you make your money. That's you gotta deal with that. But I'm like, because you got so many people thinking what you say is the golden truth and it's not. Oh my God, it just hurts my nerves. And people are convinced, like, if they see you got 200,000 followers, oh, he must be the shit, right? He must know what he's talking about. No, that's not the case. First of all, I don't want to be an Instagram influencer. I don't want to be an influencer at all. I just want to get people, the right knowledge, the right guidance. Make sure that they don't make the same mistakes that I made when I was starting a business. Just make sure that they don't do nothing stupid. Okay? Like, I don't care about getting followers. That's not important to me. I want to be able to help people to, start a business, build a business, and at the end of the day, taking advantage of the tax law, which is made for business owners and real estate investors, taking advantage of the tax law to build wealth, because that's what the wealthy do. They do everything that the tax law wants them to do. That's how they build wealth. So that's my goal. I don't care about getting 100,000 followers. Like, you may get a follower one day and that same person may unfollow you the next day. It doesn't make me a difference. Like, as long as I can help one person to take advantage of the tax law, to build wealth, I am good. As long as I can help one person to change that mindset of, being an employee with an employee mindset and not wanting to do anything for themselves to grow and to build generational wealth. So it's two things, like the tax law and mindset. So if I can just help one person, I'm happy. Okay, so there are quite a few common mistakes that I see and myths that these influencers will be putting out there. One dude I saw, he had a video on YouTube talking about opening up 5 different bank accounts for your business. He said one bank account should be your revenue, recording your revenue. Another bank account should be, for your expenses. Another bank account should be for taxes. Another bank account should be for, special projects and budgets. And I forgot what the fifth one was for. I can't even remember. I don't know. But I was like, bro, no. And because of his influence and who he was, he had people liking and commenting like, oh my God, thank you so much for this information. I'm like, no, please. I didn't say anything. I didn't put anything in the comments, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, no. I'm screaming no in my soul. No. Okay? Like, as a small business owner, the most you would need is 2 bank accounts. One for operations. That's to record your revenue coming in and your expenses going out. And another is for savings, having a savings account. You don't need 5 different bank accounts, okay? Please don't do that. Because first of all, it's not necessary. And it's going to create a headache when it comes to bookkeeping. And you're going to be paying fees on those 5 different bank accounts. You're going to be paying your bookkeeper more because you have 5 different bank accounts to reconcile. It's just a whole mess. So please, no. Please be mindful of who you get your information from. Like, stop being convinced from these influencers. Just because they got followers, that don't mean that they know what they're talking about. Jesus Christ. Another thing, and I just had a consultation with a client. Well, she's not a client, but I had a complimentary consultation with a young lady last week, and she was telling me about things that she heard from, influencers and, people that she just talked to on the road or whatever, about having, she was told to have her W-2 wages from her job deposited into her business bank account to show income coming in from her business. And I'm like, please don't do that. Do not do that. Because first of all, you should not mix and mingle any personal and business transactions. By mixing and mingling your transactions, your business and personal, you are reducing what they call the corporate veil. Now, the corporate veil is your barrier between your business and you. It's your liability protection, okay? If you, and that's the purpose of getting a limited liability company, right? Like, so you can limit your liability. So you register as an LLC to limit your liability. But once you start mixing and mingling transactions, you're not separating your business from your personal. You mixing and mingling. So people will, a court or whatever, if you were to get sued, is going to look at that as one. You are going to be considered one. So you have to do things to separate your business from your personal. And that is because, like, if someone was to come after your business, sue your business, they can go after your personal assets. They can't go after your home, your car, or whatever. They can only go after what is owned by the business. If you are mixing and mingling, personal W-2 wage deposits, personal expenses, you're reducing your corporate veil. Like, there's no separation between the two. So don't do that. And people think that they're slick. Like, okay, I have my W-2 wages coming in and it looks like income. No, it doesn't look like income. It looks like wages. Because that's what it says on your bank statement. Direct deposit, payroll, wages. It's not, it doesn't look like revenue from your business. And that's what lenders and banking institutions want to see. They want to see revenue coming in from your business. So if they see like Stripe deposits, Square deposits, and stuff like that, yeah, that looks like revenue. You putting or having your wages deposited does not look like revenue. And it's not revenue. It's not income to your business. Those are just considered owner's contributions. Okay? So stop thinking that these banking institutions, the IRS, whatever, stop thinking that they're slow and don't know what, your transactions are. They see it says wages. That's what it is. Wages. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Another common mistake that I see is people not having no kind of accounting system set up at all. Yeah, like no accounting system. A lot of people don't even be having bank accounts, business bank accounts. So you need some kind of accounting system to keep track of your transactions. You can use QuickBooks. I recommend QuickBooks. QuickBooks even give business loans, so that's another plus for using QuickBooks. But definitely an accounting system is definitely needed. First of all, it's helping to legitimize your business by having some kind of accounting system, because you'll be able to print out, show reports of profit and loss, balance sheet, or whatever. So that's one way to help legitimize your business and to keep track of your transactions. If you don't have anything keeping track of your transactions throughout the year, and then you go get your tax returns done, you got to think about, what did I spend my money on? You're not going to remember what you spent your money on last January. So just to minimize the headache, just get an accounting system. QuickBooks charge $25 a month just, for the basic subscription. And it's tax deductible. You spend $25 at the gas station on food, okay? Mindset. So, yes. Priorities, mindset. You spend $25 on stupider stuff, okay? Another common mistake that I see is people think that the money that they take out of their business is salary. If you're just withdrawing money from your business, whether it's through ATM, Zelle, Cash App, whatever, if you're just taking money out of your business, it is not salary. That is called owner's draw, okay? It's not salary. It's not an expense. What makes it an expense is if you actually added yourself as a W-2 employee, and that's a whole nother different YouTube video. Like, first of all, remember, this is very important. LLCs are not allowed to pay the owner a W-2 salary. So if you change your tax status to S Corp, then you could pay yourself as a W-2 salary. Okay? But first, what you take out of your business is considered an owner's draw. It's not salary. W-2, when I mean like W-2 salary, W-2 employee, I mean like you actually having, first of all, FICA taxes taken out. You're actually having federal and state income taxes taken out of your pay. That is W-2 salary. That is you paying yourself as a W-2 employee. If you're not paying any taxes or having any taxes withheld from your pay, that is not considered a salary, okay? So please be mindful of that, because if you thinking that you withdrawing money from your bank account, your business, withdraw money from your business, and you think it's a salary, you think it's an expense, no. And at the end of the year, when you do your taxes, you're going to have to pay taxes on that. on all of your withdrawals, okay? And you're going to have to pay self-employment taxes, which is 15.3% by itself. Okay? It bothers me sometimes. That's why, you know what? That's why. So let me explain to you this. My back to school for entrepreneurs business webinar series, it was postponed because, with child and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So it was supposed to be in August, but I'm looking to have it like at the beginning of December. And the reason why I called it back to school for entrepreneurs is because a lot of entrepreneurs are out here and they don't have a clue of what they're doing. So we need to go back to school. And if you learn just the basics of, how to even structure your business, whether you want an LLC or a corporation, you need to know those things, because a lot of people don't even know what they have. A lot of people don't even know what they have. Like, I think I got an LLC. I think I got a partnership. You don't know if you got a partnership or not. Like, you need to know. You need to know. You need to know the importance and basics of having an accounting system. And what it means to take an owner's draw and owner's contributions. You need to know what that stuff means. Like, because you could get into a lot of trouble, especially with the IRS, if you just out here not knowing what you're doing. So to prevent that, we need to go back to school, okay? So I think December is a good time to have my business webinar, and that's to get people ready and prepared for the following year so we don't make the same mistakes, okay? So I'm going to give more details of it, but it's time to go back to school, okay? So we won't be doing these same, stupid mistakes, okay? We gotta do better. We gotta do better, and we're gonna also change our mindset, right? Yes, we are. We gonna 2023. We gonna be out here, not clueless, but out here making moves, right? All right. Love y'all. I hope you enjoyed my testimony and my business tips. So, love y'all. Peace.